Seth. I am one of the head floor coaches at Teamwork Bloomington.
Hey guys, I'm Marcus. I'm the other head floor coach here at Teamwork Bloomington, and Seth and I decided we wanted to try out a little video series, maybe make a new video every 2 weeks or so, just to discuss things that we find interesting, we find cool, some stuff that means a lot to us. But figured we start with this new topic here. We hope you guys enjoy. Seth's about to explain a little bit more about what we're about to talk about here.
All right, so our first topic of discussion is going to be how training has shaped us, and that is a double meaning there. That means as much physically as it does mentally and emotionally, why our careers have come down this path. All right, guys, so I think I'll start off talking a little bit about my competitive background. Through high school, middle school, young life, I was definitely a basketball player first. I ran cross country as well, but that was always more of a conditioning aspect. And as a side effect of those two sports, I was very tiny. I was 5'7" and maybe 120 to 130 pounds midway through high school.
Just kidding.
But not only was I small, I think something that really held me back early was that I was very, very shy, and in particular, I was shy around my coaches. The confidence just wasn't there. On the court, I was okay, but I was always very afraid of what my teammates were thinking, my coaches were thinking. And mentally, I just wasn't ready to cope with that pressure. And lifting really helped me a lot with that. So, unfortunately, I kind of found out about what weightlifting could do and training could do late. I was a senior in high school before I really got serious about my training. And let me say, first of all, for any of you young guys watching this, the reason we emphasize movement quality is because I took years before I could do anything respectable. My squat was horrible, guys, and if any of you guys have seen me squat in the gym now, it's a very different story, but that really killed my progress for a while. Yeah. You agree?
Yeah, 100%, definitely. Yeah. Getting the quality down early is the base to build up strong, heavy lifts, and you can set yourself back for years whether you get injured or if you're just doing something improperly.
So with that in mind, I definitely gained confidence pretty quickly. The physical changes obviously come pretty quick, especially being the small guy that I was, with proper eating, of course, nutrition. But more importantly than anything else, I want to stress the mental advantages that training gave me. Any adults out there listening, this is a little bit of a challenge to you too. I think failing in the weight room is a best case scenario when done according to plan. I think understanding that failure is okay and giving yourself a high bar to shoot for is the best thing you can do for yourself. It makes my day to see some of you adults do our 3x3 deadlift and walk out of the door going, man, I just lifted 100 pounds, 200 pounds. It builds this self-esteem inside of you, and I think it's something that really carries into other aspects of life. So with that in mind, I just want to talk a little bit to you guys about my personal vision. I first and foremost want to be a role model for any of you young athletes out there that are watching this. I want you to know it's okay to communicate with your coaches. It's okay to make mistakes, because if your coach cares about you, those are the moments they're dying for. They want to teach you. And along with that, a personal goal that's maybe a little selfish on my side, I would like to see as many of my athletes as possible earn college scholarships from an athletic or academic standpoint. Obviously, we will not all be college athletes, but I think training sets a foundation for what you're going to do with your life and how you should go about your day-to-day life. So, and then last of all, adults, I want to keep seeing your surprised faces. It is awesome to see you guys make progress in here. I can't say enough about how much fun that is. So that's about all from me, and now Marcus will talk a little bit.
All right, guys, I'm going to try to follow suit in the structure of what Seth just said there, too. So growing up, played every sport under the sun. Floor hockey, soccer, baseball, basketball, football, track, everything pretty much. And I think that's important, first of all, to expose yourself to that sort of challenge, whether it's in a sport or if it's something else, like along the lines of, I tried and failed pretty miserably at playing the guitar, but I gave it a shot. Now I know I'm not a musical guy. But along with the theme, harping on the theme of failure, I think half the battle in the weight room is learning how to fail with intent. Trying and not succeeding at something is one of the best ways to get better at that something, believe it or not. Obviously, we don't want you to put 450 pounds on your back squat if your max is 300 just to fail. It's got to be trying with intent to succeed. A lot of times when records are broken in the gym, whether it's personal, team, whatever it may be, it usually doesn't happen on the first attempt. And one of the cool things about weight training is that teaches people that that's okay. It's okay to fail as long as you handle that adversity and conjure up that energy and head it in the right direction that you need to go. But back to a little bit of the background there. Growing up, football was always my first love, as I've talked about plenty with a lot of you guys. Played for 13 years of organized football, and I did work hard. I did all the stuff in the weight room, you know, at the high school that they wanted you to do. Starting in 8th grade, I started working out a little bit, but I really don't feel that I truly got what it meant to strength train and to put in that extra work until about my junior year of high school. Similar to Seth's story, sometimes it's a little too late. So my junior year of high school, I started training at a gym pretty similar, football style, but in my hometown. Actually, still have the shirt to this day, so that just goes to show you what impact that left on me personally. And that ties into what I want to talk a little bit about with what we do here. I would love for years down the line, someone to still have these teamwork shirts that when they worked out and got to the point in life of post-athletic career, and just knowing how teamwork has helped them shape themselves, whether it's athletically, personally, goal-oriented, anything along those lines. But I think the number one thing to take away here is what you're doing in here is not only to progress you athletically, and as Seth was saying, a goal of ours is to get as many scholarships as possible in here for all these athletes, helping them change their lives educationally, but as well as with sports too. And just know that the daily work that you get better is something that you can do. All you can control is what you do on a daily basis to get better towards your goal. And whether that's athletes or adults for that matter as well, I think putting in the work in the weight room really just reflects a lot on life in general. If you put in a lot of work, do what you can every day to get better, it's going to come together eventually. Consistency and hard work is kind of what we harp on here at Teamwork, and just wanted to kind of get into how our backgrounds really reflect that. So with that being said, conclusion of our video there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully some of you watched it. We wanted to, if anybody has any suggestions or ideas too, please leave some feedback, some comments on topics you want us to cover.
Yes,
anything
please.
you'd like to know. So otherwise we'll just talk about stuff that we think is cool, and who knows if you guys will. So thanks for watching, thanks for checking us out. Hope you enjoyed.
Thank you, guys.